Okay, along with my keeping it real, we worked in our storage unit this weekend. A lot of you know that. And this is what we brought home for me to go through, price, and get ready for the store. I am not even sure where to start. And this is where my projects for the week are coming from. I was getting ready last night to do a video and decided I'd come out here, pick, and find something to work on. It was definitely worth digging out in our stash that we brought in. I found enough stuff to do 3 different videos, and I'm really excited about this. I need to get through this stuff. I need to get that storage unit emptied so that we don't have that extra cost on us, and I just need to get this done. And this was the best way to do it. I've been avoiding thrifting, which is a bummer, but this is allowing me to work through this stash. So I'm taking stuff from the store that either needed made over and I hadn't done it, or most of them have been made over but need a new makeover. At least today's video. So stay tuned to the very end of the video for the final pictures. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think of what I found in my own stash and how I transformed it. Just a quick little before shot of 2 of the candlesticks, and let's get going. I am choosing Window Pane by Sweet Pickins Milk Paint to paint this, and if you've watched any of my milk paint videos before, you take equal parts of warm water to equal parts of this powder, stir it up, and yes, Floof is very interested in what I'm doing today. Stir this up really well, and then I set it aside and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and it'll thicken up and absorb all those pigments, and then we are ready to go. And what I did is I shopped my stash, as you saw in the beginning, and I pulled out candlesticks. I just decided, let's paint some candlesticks. And actually the one there that I just moved ended up breaking, and I have not fixed it yet. So that one is not in the video, but the rest of these 3 are. They are all gray. Apparently gray candlesticks don't sell very well for me. So what I'm going to do is put on 2 coats of the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint and Window Paint, which is a shade of white. And you can see it goes on pretty well. I get really good coverage for that first coat. But what I do to achieve chippiness and cracking is in between each coat. And you see I do put on fairly thin layers for this first coat. And it sometimes looks very, very ugly. Don't worry, this is gonna work. But in between each layer, I do go in and dry this with my heat gun. Actually, it's a hair dryer, and get it to start to crackle. The heat definitely encourages crackling, and I thought it would be really pretty to have these shades of gray peek out from underneath the crackle and chippy of the white in the window pane. And the white, I think, kind of has like a gray hue to it, so it actually matches really well, and they do look very beautiful in the end. So make sure you guys stick to the end of this video to see how they turned out. And you can see here they definitely, this goes on really well, but we are still going to do that 2 coats to get our maximum amount of chipping. Now there are 3 total candlesticks I am doing today, and yes, this is a fairly short video, but these next couple of videos I do are probably going to be more shop my stash ones, because I pulled out some other items I'm really excited about working on, and this was just the first batch I pulled out. So while I finish painting these up, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandra, and I'm the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled vintage home decor and furniture, as well as all of your crafty needs. I have 2 paint lines, Roycycled Treasures, Iron Orchid Designs, Connie Lines and Designs, and more, along with Sweet Pickins Milk Paint and DIY Paint. You can find us on all of the social medias, as well as on our website, www.midwestcharm.co. Everything is linked below, including a list of what we used in today's video. If you have any questions, just make sure to hit us up on any of the socials and we will get back to you ASAP. You can also find our booth at Salvage Sisters in Waite Park, Minnesota. Now that this is dried, I am going to go in with, this is 180 grit sandpaper. You guys, I need to order more sandpaper. I'm so out of it. And my finger sanders, all I have are really high grit. And you do not want to use, really low grit, which is really chunky and would totally rip these up. And you don't want to use that on anything that's already painted. That's for roughing up like really bad surfaces, thick lacquer, things like that. So this is 180 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going through and making sure that all of the chips come off. It distresses very easily because of how we have painted this, and that's just the nature of this paint. It distresses easily. It's beautiful, and I'm showing you. I think this is the second candlestick here. And I'm just going to go through and actually get off all those chunks and all the surfaces I am hitting just to make sure it's extra smooth, because there is nothing that feels better than sanded down milk paint because it's buttery, buttery smooth. This next candlestick, y'all, it's chunky and beautiful. And this had a little bit darker gray on it, and it also is a different material. Those last ones were wood. This one is, I believe, a resin, and it definitely chipped differently. I am obsessed with it. It has the best crackle, the best chipping. And you can see I'm not pushing very hard, and it's just distressing beautifully. It's getting all the chippy off as well. And this is, because it's milk paint, it does need to be sealed. So normally if you watch any of my milk paint videos, I am a huge fan of the oil waxes. I am obsessed with dark oil wax, and I will sell it to anybody that asks me. You need to buy some of that. However, this go round, I decided that you might not have oil wax at home. Maybe you just have some clear and dark wax. So that's what I do go in and seal these with. After I get these sanded, wiped down to get any of the remaining dust off, I run my fingers over all of these just to make sure all of those chips are off and all of any of those little chunks that you get in milk paint. I just stir it with a popsicle stick or one of my little whisks, but you can get little chunks in there because it's a powder and it's water. So I just make sure everything's removed. I wipe these down with a dry cloth to remove the dust, and then we're going to go in and get these sealed. And you guys, I'm so excited to share this. I'm just going to use my DIY wax in clear and dark, and I'm going to go in with a coat of clear wax first. I'm going to get this all over the piece, and once it has clear wax, I'm going to go directly in with my dark wax. I'm not going to wipe the clear wax off first. I am going to leave that on there and then go in with the dark wax. And everybody does this a little different, and you honestly don't even need to go in with the dark wax if you don't like that look. I like it because that dark wax sits down into all the chippiness and all of the crackle, and it just enhances it so much, which is also the reason I love the oil wax, because it does the same exact thing. The finish is a little bit different with the oil wax than it is with regular wax, but it's beautiful nonetheless, and wax just makes this so buttery smooth, and you guys, you're gonna love this finish. So we're just gonna go in and make sure every part of this is covered, and then I literally just set down the one brush, pick up the other. You guys, I can't wait for you to see this. If you look, this just gives us a little bit less of that dark, so it just goes on so smooth and gives you just the right amount of highlighting by leaving that clear on there. So we're gonna go over the whole piece with that dark wax. Let me show you. Look, now just imagine it all wiped back and it just sits in the little crackle there. It's fabulous, and I can't wait to share these final results. So you guys make sure to hang out to the very end. And let's get these finished. And here's just a little slow-mo clip of what it looks like after I use my lint-free shop cloths to wipe it off. Isn't that stunning, you guys? It just sits in there just right. You guys, I just don't have words. So we're going to go in and start this bigger piece. Now, this is much bigger than the last two pieces I did. And we're going to go in and give this a good coat of that clear wax over the whole piece. But we're going to do the dark wax in sections. So you'll see it's just a little bit different just because of the size. I don't want that dark wax to stay on there too long. I want to be able to get that pulled back right away. But this one definitely has more chippiness, as you can see. And I think the under color was a little different. These were not DIY paints that these were painted with. I couldn't even tell you which paints I used. I had these in the store for probably about a year before we closed. So obviously gray candlesticks just didn't cut it for me. Now, as far as my choice for sealer, you guys could go in with, Sweet Pickins has their own waxes, and they have the clear, white, dark, and black, and they're beautiful, and the clear smells so good. I love using it. I just didn't happen to have it sitting on the table for right now, so I just used what was right in front of me. But I do have those and I do use them, and they're wonderful. They're creamy. They're a little bit thicker than the DIY paints. But like I said, that clear one smells fantastic. Now here's another little slow-mo clip. This is the top of this one with just clear wax. Wait until you see after I add this dark wax to it, you guys. I mean, it's in my opinion, there's a difference. You'll have to let me know what you think. And I'm just going to wipe it off, and then let's do another slow-mo clip so you guys can see it. It just enhances that crackle so much. So let's go in and finish the rest of this up. Like I said, we're going to do this in stages because you can see it's a lot bigger than the last pieces were. So I'm getting probably about the same amount on just this one section of wax that I did on the entire two candlesticks. It's huge. So we're going to go in and wipe this off, and I'm going to show you here in one more slow-mo clip where you can see definitely the half that I used wax on and the half that I didn't use wax on. And you actually got a really good shot of it right there too. So we're going to make sure that we're getting this wax in the little divots on this part of it. There's like some definite deeper carving, and I really want the dark wax to sit in that. That just, I think, enhances the beautiful carving on there. So we're just going to do this, like I said, in sections and wipe it back. Now, you guys, you need to make sure to hang out to the very end to see the final results. I will have staged up pictures after our little slow-mo roll. And you guys, this is just so good. I am so excited to bring these into the booth. Let me know below which one was your favorite and what you guys use. And here's that slow-mo of the half that's done and not done. And you can just see the crackle. I mean, you can just see it right here. You can just see it. It's just so much more enhanced. I am obsessed with this. It's so phenomenal. So here comes the final results. You guys, let me know what you think below. what did you guys think of those final results? I'm so stinking excited about it, you guys. But look, how sad is this one? So I went and you might have, I cut it out. So I glued this back together and I show you a little trick of mine because the nails were still stuck, and I used a piece of jute, put the glue on the edge and used the jute to pull it through, and then the top fell off too. So now I have it in 3 pieces. So I don't know if I'm gonna just fix this or pull out the little staple or the little nails that are in it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this has some beautiful chippiness to it too. So I'm really excited about those. I have no candlesticks in the shop right now. Most of them have sold. So I want to get those into my booth ASAP, and I can't wait. Let me know below what you thought of my finished pieces this video, and we will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate you all, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Or actually on Saturdays Live. Make sure you guys join us. It's so much fun, and I'm super duper excited for our paper books challenge tomorrow. And if you don't know, I go live every Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Are we in the Central? Yes, Central time zone. It's Friday, y'all. I'm tired. We go live at 7 p.m. Central every Saturday, me and Sylvia from Backyard Brushes, and we spin the wheel each week to find out what we'll be doing the next week, and we send each other something from that category. And we don't know what we're getting. We open it live, and we have to immediately flip that into something. And it's called our sift swap. And the sift stands for save it from trash. If you haven't watched this yet, it's great. And if you haven't watched, there's a kitchen one where my box didn't make it in time. It's hilarious. There's a running joke with it, and you'll hear it discussed most likely in every video. But it's so much fun, you guys. You have to join us. So that'll be tomorrow night. We run it both here on YouTube and over on Facebook, so you can catch us on either place. And it's also my channel and hers. So you have 4 different places you could watch this at. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.